Women's 1500 meters, T11. 2 heats in this, and it features from Colombia, Maritza, ARANGO, BUITRAGO of Colombia. Silver in the 800 meters in the last 2 World Championships. The first 4, only the winner goes through from each semi-final, plus the 4 fastest losers.
And it is Maria FIUZA of Portugal who's electing to run.
On your marks.
She's in lane 3 with her guide. It's COETZEE in 1, ARANGO BUITRAGO of Colombia who goes in 2, BAZONE TEIXEIRA of Brazil in 4, and in lane 5 it is Ayse OZCAN of Turkey. And away they go, and it is the Colombian ARANGO BUITRAGO who gets away out in front there, followed by Brazil's BAZONE TEIXEIRA as they take out the lead at the front. So the first to go through in each heat in qualifying. The championship record for this is 5 minutes 02:53. Set way back in 1998. Not actually competed in 2013 in Lyon, this event. But out front, it's presently ARANGO BUITRAGO of Colombia who leads from the Brazilian BAZONE TEIXEIRA, who's taking the path just behind us, about 3 or 4 meters behind at present. And then from there, it is the South African Louzanne COETZEE in 3rd place, followed in by the remaining 2 contestants. At the back there, it is the Oksana Ayse of Turkey. But out in front at present is a 2-horse race between the Brazilian BAZONE TEIXEIRA and ARANGO BUITRAGO out in front.
So this being the T11, everybody has a guide. It's not an event that's run very often. Wasn't competed for in the European Championships last year, or at London 2012, or indeed at the World Championships in 2011. Maritza ARANGO BUITRAGO of Colombia, with those 2 championship medals to her name. Her guide is Jonathan Daibes Sanchez-Gonzalez. It's a solid, secure lead for her at the moment. Renata BAZONE TEIXEIRA in 2nd place with a guide Fernando Ribeiro Jr. And then a large gap, maybe 40 meters back to 3rd place, Louzanne COETZEE of South Africa, alongside Ruxney from NAC. And then really tightly bunched because then you've got the Portuguese Maria FIUZA, whose guide was unidentified on the start list ahead of the race, and Ayse OZCAN of Turkey along with Kemal Kush. So 2 laps to go. It's the Colombian Maritza ARANGO BUITRAGO who leads, the Brazilian Renata BAZONE TEIXEIRA just behind her. The real battle for top spot. It's only the winner who automatically goes through, after all, to the final later in the week.
And of course there has to be a lot of talking from the guide here, because this needs to be paced out just right. At the back there, the Turkish athlete Ayse OZCAN in last pace. The guide for the South Africans, Arun Vermaak, who's taking around Louzanne COETZEE. That is normally a male guide who goes around with the athletes. When you see throughout the different categories, it's normally a male. On this occasion, it's a female with the South African going through with her, and of course has to be from the same country. But out in front and in 2nd place, it is South Africa. In 2nd, it is Colombia, who is in 1st. There she is, the guide for the South African, Arun Vermaak. In the yellow top there is the guide who's taking around Louzanne COETZEE, and they're currently sitting back in 4th position as they make their way through the field on this 3rd lap of this women's 1500 metres T11 race.
It is unusual, but it is a different beast as well, don't forget. So it's not the case as with the sprints, where you certainly need a male guide alongside you. Really might be the only ones who'd be fast enough to keep up in a sprint, but you can pace yourself a bit more in 1500 meters. Here's the bell. It's being led out by Renata. This is being led out by Maritza ARANGO BUITRAGO of Colombia, with Renata BAZONE TEIXEIRA of Brazil in 2nd place. 3rd now, a little bit of a move coming from Maria FIUZA. She's overtaken Louzanne COETZEE of South Africa in 4th place. But remember, a teen distance athlete telling me before that they treated their races more as time trials than anything else, and if they got their timing and pacing right, without the obvious little bit of acceleration needed to overtake someone, if you're in that situation, normally normally they would do very well, whereas obviously in the sprints it's something very, very different indeed. Tightening up a little bit, but it's ARANGO BUITRAGO who leads for Colombia against Renata, BAZONE, TEIXEIRA in second place, and then basically quarter a lap back towards the rest. Maria FIUZA of Portugal in third place, Louzanne COETZEE of South Africa in fourth. Turning the final bell, turning the final bend, and here Maritza, ARANGO BUITRAGO, who's coming through, enough room to win, with a little bit of acceleration towards the end as well. ARANGO BUITRAGO then will take the victory. They'll be done in 5:05.52. Renata, BAZONE, TEIXEIRA in second place for Brazil. In third for Portugal will be Maria FIUZA. No major need for binding in this stage, although some will have that still. And COETZEE with a female guide coming through in fourth place. And in fifth place, Ayse OZCAN of Turkey. So there's our winner. Maritza, ARANGO BUITRAGO with Ayse OZCAN coming through in fifth place for Turkey, 5:05.52, the confirmed winning time.
5:05.52 for the Colombian, lifetime best for Renata, BAZONE of Brazil.
It is only the winner that qualifies, remember, and for the moment that is Maritza, ARANGO BUITRAGO. The Turkish athlete put a lot into that. Very loose binding, and there's the thing I was saying about athletes at this distance treating it as a time trial, and basically they were using a wristband to keep the link together, which is probably very wise.
And did you notice he had a watch in the hand there, pacing him as he went through, so a little bit different to what you would normally see. Some athletes deciding to get binded on the left-hand side, and some on the right. There is the watch from the guide, Mesquite in Galicia.
That's exactly the plan that was borne out, and the victory confirmed. Well, after the second heat of this, we've got 3 heats of the men's 5,000 metres. T54. That will be a lot of fun. All of the great wheelchair races in that category we'll see in that. Maritza, ARANGO BUITRAGO qualifies. Renata, BAZONE, TEIXEIRA also put down as a qualifier, by the way. That's a lifetime best.
Are allocated to athletes with varying degrees of visual impairment.
FIUZA in third.
Athletes in the T11 class have the least vision, with very low visual.